All right, gents, in today's video, we're talking about the perfect summer shirt. All right, there's a lot of contenders out there for the perfect summer shirt. The white t-shirt, classic. A lot of guys, they're gonna go right to this. I think it's a great option, but it's very casual. Unless you've got an amazing body, sometimes it's not gonna always compliment you. Now, you can offset a not so amazing body with a darker colored t-shirt with a v-neck. I think that's a great option, but still very casual. Okay, what about the Henley? Another one that does a great job of drawing attention right up here to the neck area, to the chest area, but even a short sleeve Henley, still very casual. Next up, I've got the classic polo. The polo is gonna be dressier than any of the shirts I just talked about because it has a collar. This is a soft collar, and in fact, the fabric itself is going to be a very soft cotton. It's actually got a little bit of a napped surface, and it's going to be this surface which is still going to make the shirt casual. The collar, though, is going to help dress it up. Is it the perfect summer shirt? I love it. It gets a lot of wear, but not yet perfect. Now, all those other shirts are great. I love them. I wear them. They rotate through my wardrobe. But if you made me choose one style that I would go to all summer, guys, it's going to be a long sleeve button down made from a woven material. And I know some of you guys are immediately saying that's way too hot, way too uncomfortable, not something that I would bring into my wardrobe. Well, guys, I've got some options for you behind me. I'm going to talk about how you can pull this shirt into your wardrobe, how you can dress it up, dress it down, and look great all summer. Now, gents, all the shirts you see in today's video are brought to you by Tailor Store. They're the paid sponsor of today's video, and I've got a huge discount down in the description of this video for you. 50% off, guys, on your first shirt with free shipping. And I can tell you, I've got 10 of their shirts for over 2 years. I've been wearing their shirts. Now, 6 of these are new, but 4 of these have been in my rotation for the last couple years. I know you've seen these in the videos, but guys, I will say, owning a custom clothier myself, these guys are the real deal. They do it better than I was running my old custom clothier. And my favorite feature at Tailor Store, the fit guarantee. Guys, I know that when you're buying something online, your biggest fear is, okay, I'm going to buy this shirt. Is it going to fit me? And if it doesn't, what's going to happen? Guys, they have gotten rid of this problem by simply saying, okay, if it doesn't fit you properly, you're not happy with the fit, simply tell us how you want it adjusted. We will remake it at no cost. You've got to love a company that puts customers first. I love their clothing. I have very high standards when it comes to custom clothing, but Tailor Store meets that standard, and it's just a great company with great products. So go check them out, guys. I'm linking to them down in the description. So when it comes to the perfect summer shirt, it's really simple. Fit, function, fabric. I've talked about this before. My style pyramid, guys, it is really that simple. So first up, let's talk about perfect summer shirt fit. You want to make sure you get the right size. Now, if it's too small, if it's tight, you're going to get hot spots. You're going to get areas maybe in the armpit area. It's going to start to rub you raw. You're not going to like the shirt. You're not going to wear it, and you're going to waste your money. Now, the opposite end is wearing a shirt that's too large. And this is where the vast majority of men make the mistake. You buy something and maybe it's a little bit too long in the sleeves. Maybe it's a little bit too much extra material right here in the torso. Have it brought in. Now, don't overdo this, but definitely go pay the tailor tax, get it adjusted. It's going to look so much better on you. Next up, we're talking about the function of the perfect summer shirt. Now, what I love about the long sleeve button down made from a woven fabric is that it can be dressed up, it can be dressed down. You can go with a plain, simple white in a twill weave. All of a sudden, you could wear that with a suit, tie, look great. But you could also go with something with a darker fabric, maybe go with pockets, go with epaulets here on the shoulders. You can roll up the sleeves. It's going to look great. So really quick, let's talk about wearing a shirt tucked versus untucked. A tucked shirt is always going to be dressier than an untucked shirt. But I get it that some of you guys like that style, you like the look. So if you're going to wear it untucked, look for a shirt that's made to be worn untucked. Usually across the bottom, they're going to be straight across the bottom. If it's got a tail in the front, in the back, that shirt is made to be tucked in. Now, just because the shirt goes straight across does not mean that you should wear it untucked. It could be too long, it could be too short. My rule is simply when I raise my arms up, if I expose my midsection with the shirt, it's too short. But I don't want it so long that it looks like a dress. All right, guys, so at this point, I'm going to geek out. I'm going to talk about yarn materials. I'm going to talk about fabric weave. This is important because then you can look at any shirt and you can make a determination. Is this going to be breathable? Is this going to be something when I wear it, it's going to keep me cool in the summer? So first up, let's talk about fabric materials. The material the yarn is going to be made from. Cotton, the most common out there, and for good reason. It is durable, it's tough, and it's relatively inexpensive. Now, when you're looking at cotton, you want to go for a long staple cotton. This is going to be able to be made into an extremely long strong yarn, and that yarn right there is going to actually be able to be woven tighter into a better, tougher, more, I would say, more, nicer feeling fabric. What you can do is look at Egyptian cotton. You can look for luxury cottons. Next up, we've got linen. Light cotton, men have worn it for thousands of years because it's tough, durable, it's relatively inexpensive. And linen has some unique properties. If you get linen wet, it actually becomes tougher. It becomes stronger. Another thing interesting about linen is it's going to make more breathable fabrics. And this is because of the shape of the actual fiber. Now, there are some downsides to linen. Anyone owned a linen shirt, you know that after just a couple hours, you got to take that thing and iron them at the highest setting. Another thing, assuming all points being equal, when you compare a linen shirt to a cotton shirt, the cotton shirt is going to be softer. So at this point, I want to talk about synthetic materials in shirts. I feel with modern synthetic fabrics, if used responsibly or if they're of a high quality, it's perfectly fine. They have a bad reputation. That's going back 30 or 40 years when oftentimes manufacturers would make these very cheap shirts. But since then, I've actually seen them in a wide variety of ways used responsibly, where they actually mix them in with the cotton, in with the linen, or they actually even go with 100% synthetic that maybe is made from like wood pulp, and they actually weave it in a way that it makes sense. It actually creates a great shirt. Now let's talk about weaves. And to understand weaves, you got to understand warp and weft. Warp is going to be going the length of the fabric, and weft is going to be going across the fabric. Now, how the yarns pass over each other is going to determine the type of weave that we have, the type of patterns that we're going to see in the fabric, and also the density and the ability of air to go back and forth through the fabric. So first up, we've got the plain weave. The plain weave is the most simple of all the weaves. Basically, you've got the same size warp and weft threads. It's woven together one by one. The next very common weave we're going to see out there is the twill weave. The twill weave is a weaving method that creates a diagonal pattern in the fabric. These fabrics are generally softer and thus more wrinkle resistant. Next up, we've got poplin. Very similar to a plain weave, except it's much more tightly woven. And in fact, it can be twice as dense as a plain weave. Now this next weave, seersucker, this is a great unique weave when you want air to be able to pass through a material. Now seersucker, it's made from cotton. It's going to have a bumpy overall look to it, but this is woven in a way that you can maximize the amount of air that goes back and forth between the skin and the environment. All right, so now the fun part, I get to show you guys examples of what I consider to be the perfect summer shirts. So this shirt right here, I love it. Notice the fit, pretty spot on. Next up, let's talk about the function. So very clean. I don't have pockets. I don't have anything that distracts. It's just a great looking shirt that lets people focus in on me. Now the fabric is really where it stands out. This is a blend of tencel 45% and cotton 55%. We've got a twill weave right here. And now the weight, about 127 grams per meter squared. And overall, just a great looking shirt. I love this one. I'd love to hear from you guys though down in the comments. What do you think? Are you going to give this one a thumbs up? All right, so on to the second shirt. I'm going to call this one simple yet sophisticated. So do you notice the small detail? I'll give you guys a second. Do you pick it up? I will tell you it's made from a poplin. Very lightweight. We're talking probably about 115 grams per squared meter. But do you notice that contrast fabric right here? Very nice. You got a little bit of floral, and I can turn the cuff up. Oh yeah, I could do this and just walk into a place. Guys, I love shirts like this. White, you can dress it up, you can dress it down. I could bring this down. I could button it up all the way, wear it with a tie. No one would notice. So I wanted something I could wear, let's say after work, to be able to open it up and to be able to wear out to the club, out to the bar. You've got it covered right here with number 2. I definitely like this one. All right, so option number 3, my red pin check. And to be honest, I didn't expect to like this shirt as much as I did. So I put this on, looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, I like this look. I think it looks really good on me. Guys, let me know down in the comments, what do you think of this? Now, interesting, they actually gave me a monogram right here, but this right here, a fabric that would be hard to find. Overall, I think it actually works with my build. Fabrics like this on thinner guys are going to give them a little bit more bulk. If you're a bigger guy, you want to be careful of patterns that go across, but for me, this works out relatively well. What do you guys think? I want to hear from you down in the comments. Vote on, let me know which shirt did you like the best. Maybe you're going to say, Antonio, no, stick with that navy you started the video off with. That was the best one. Okay, well, be honest, let me know. But guys, I want to hear from you. And if you like any of the shirts you saw in this video, any of the shirts behind me, go check out Tailor Store. I'm linking to them down in the description. If you grab a shirt, use code RMRS50 for 50% off your first shirt. Guys, awesome company. Like I said, I love their perfect fit guarantee. They will send you that shirt shirt. If it doesn't fit you properly, they will remake it at no cost. You gotta love a company that puts the customer first. And like I said, I have very high standards when it comes down to custom shirts. So to find a company that I can recommend and send you guys to, I'm really proud to do that. So go check them out. I'm linking to them down in the description. And if you've got any other questions about fabrics, you want more detail, I've got a support article which will also be in the description of this video. What, are you just gonna watch me put these shirts away? Believe me, there's an art and a science to this. You've got to have skills. I've got a master's degree, and that's what enables me to be able to do this very well. You notice how I did that so smoothly? Yes.